Well, hello and welcome to Cooler Talk with Rhonda and Cynthia. Cynthia happens to be on vacation, so I am here alone today, and today's topic is going to be about what's the catch? I mean, we see that so much in marketing. Um, and give me just a second here while I set this chat. There we go. Okay. So, welcome to like I said, welcome to Cooler Talk with Rhonda and Schaefer. A little late today. I've had a lot going on, um, and kitty hospital visits, picking up medicine, trying to get some work in, um, getting outside. And some of you may know I've been feeding this stray cat who was actually starving. And so I started leaving food out during the day instead of after 6. And lo and behold, this morning I was in the kitchen. I heard all this screeching noise. And there were 3 baby skunks fighting over the food and completely oblivious to me, not afraid of me at all. But one of them scooted the other 2 off and ate all of the food. So that one's probably going to survive on that. Hello, Cynthia. Hi, Cece. And yes, I decided to name her. I really liked the name Shadow because she's been lurking about in the shadows, not just because she's solid black. I did see a little bit of white fur on her, but yeah, I've named her Shadow. And hopefully I'll see her sometime today. I'll be hanging out later, I hope. And but there's no more food going out during the daytime because I'm not wanting to attract skunks. She was starving, so I fear maybe I haven't seen the 3 babies um, for weeks now, and I'm afraid maybe they had uh, an untimely demise, which breaks my heart. Um, so I'm trying to save her. If I can catch her, get her spayed, and make her a house cat, I'm hoping she'll be happier. She'll certainly be more comfortable and much more safe. And just, yeah, it is the perfect name, Cynthia. Truly, truly. So with her, the topic today is what's the catch? Well, with her, if I catch her, the catch is going to be she's going to be protected and safe. And I know sometimes a lot of marketing, buy one, get one free. Of course, nothing's free because whatever it is, it takes time. Everything that we do takes time. So the catch in life is, are we doing things that are best use our time? And for me, anything that's peace, love, and harmony, what combined with abundance is a great use of my time. And I hope other people feel the same way. So, with what's the catch? Uh, often there's unseen or understood benefits to things. We like to be on, I'm going to try to be on the positive side today. So, we want to focus on the unseen benefits. And not from a business perspective, because we all know in marketing and in business, you want to give away something free to give people a chance to try out your product, test it, and see if it's something they want to move on to the next step and purchase. But in life, a lot of things might be too good to be true. Um, and maybe somebody's being way too nice. And with that, if it's somebody you don't know very well, you just want to pay attention to see if there's some kind of hidden message there, or if they're just genuinely being nice, not expecting something in return. Look at the catch there. That's a huge bonus. spreading good vibes around to our friends. You're receiving good vibes. I suspect when something like that happens, you want to pass that on to someone else. I sure do. So nothing is free in this world. There's always a catch, and at the bare minimum, it can just be some of your time. So, how you choose to spend your time and how you value your time um, is important. I think that's uh, we're only it's your life. You have a choice to choose where you want to spend your time and how you want to spend it. So, do you want to spend your time in a positive, encouraging, nourishing environment that makes you smile? Or do you want to be in a negative, controlling, manipulative environment? That doesn't usually feel so good, and I suspect there's not a lot of smiling going on there. So, sometimes on that latter part, on the negative side, at some point, I think most people reach a point where they've had enough. I've had enough of this. I need to go on to bigger, better, more positive things. I want to enjoy life and want to enjoy what I'm doing and not feel like everything is such a grind. So that is my thought. Here at Cooler Talk, we just share, our opinions. And yes, CC, that pay it forward. CC loves the pay it forward concept. And I saw something very interesting. I think it was last week about the pay it forward concept. Wait, I got to save this report real quick. And, you know, we, most of us know about, driving through like, maybe a fast food line and you go up to your window. Oh, hey, no charge. The person ahead of you paid for it. And then something came across the other day, and I thought, there is a better way to pay it forward. And someone had suggested going to a school and finding out who has which children have overdue um, lunch bills. They haven't been paid yet. So I love that pay it forward concept of actually seeking out and finding people that actually could use some help. What better way to help a kid than make sure their lunch bills paid up so they can eat? Um, Now, I had an interesting experience yesterday. I was working and I was on this one project where I have to go in and I evaluate the service I get. And so in this situation, I had to test out their uh, electronic equipment too. So it wasn't working. There was an app to use, and it wasn't working. And the guy behind the counter said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just it's on me." And I'm like I'm almost arguing with him, saying, "No, I can't let you do that because I had to make a purchase." But it just came out of him so naturally. And I don't believe I was displaying any signs of stress at all, but he was just being kind. So, what's the catch? Oh my gosh, receiving a little kindness. That's what a way, what a catch, what a catch. So, there's so many different ways we can pay things forward. I have personally have gone to gas stations and bought people gas, and it is so funny because you have to be very careful how you approach people because I'm a stranger, and just a simple question is, "Hey, may I buy you some gas? X number of dollars worth of gas." And most everyone just is like, "No, no, no." But every once in a while, I run across with someone that says, that would really help me today. And man, if you don't think that doesn't give you good vibes when you actually, seek out opportunities to help someone and not expect anything in return, nothing. Um, it's very rewarding, and by not expecting something in return, I have found it to be a great self-esteem builder. So if you're, I don't know, how can I explain it? Cynthia is Luna is very good about explaining the law of attraction and the law of vibration, but the catch to that is it has to be sincere. You can't do it without expecting something in return. And so I think that's the reason I came up with what's the catch. And no, we're not talking about fishing here. Although you're going to catch some goodwill, you're going to catch some good vibes, you're going to catch um, some self esteem, you're going to catch some gratitude, you're going to catch a lot of good things by reaching out and doing things for other people just because it's the right thing to do. So passing it on, yes, love to pass things on, especially when it's good, especially when it can bring good vibes to other people. And the catch there is most likely you'll feel those good vibes too if it's sincere. But on the other side, what's the catch if you're doing something and expecting something in return? Well, people will feel used. That's not a good positive thing. They'll, um, yes, and complimenting. Yes, and there's a difference between complimenting people and flattering people. So, complimenting is a genuine nice thing to say to someone. Um, Flattery is, again, saying something nice to get something in return. Now, in my old dating days, you know where I'm going with this one. The guys are going to be nice to you because they think they're going to get some kind of physical activity out of you, one way or another. Um, and yeah, that's not a win-win situation. Um, but nobody likes someone being nice to you just to get something in return. You can pretty much spot people like that, and again, this is all my opinion, and based on experience too. That when you genuinely care, when you genuinely just want to do something nice, it's just a good feeling all along. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, let's see. So, kindness, consideration. What else is there that you haven't told me about? Sometimes when people say, "What's the catch?" That's pretty much what they're asking is, "What have you not told me about?" And I'm at the point where I ask that too. And so I try to do business with companies and have friendships where they're pretty straightforward and upfront about these things. And um, there's no hidden message. It's much easier to go around in life when people just talk straight to you, and with kindness. I mean, bluntness most of the time is not um, uh, doesn't usually come across very well unless you are just really trying to make a point with someone. But there's no reason to argue with people, and if you're with some around people that all they want to do is argue with you about everything that you say, maybe they're not your kind of people. Um, And yes, you and CC said, even though we're not expecting something in there in return, their warm smile of appreciation is a very good feeling. That's a win-win on all accounts. And I don't know, there's just nothing like doing something for someone, um, doing something that um, they really, really needed. And that does take some perception and paying attention to what's going on. You can, there's kind of an instinct behind it too, I think. So, what's the catch? What's the catch? That can be anything, everything, business, personal. Um, I like to focus on the people that what's the catch is just being a good person, doing the right thing, speaking from the heart, not from the ego. Um, because within the heart, if it comes from the heart, it's genuine, it's peaceful, and it encourages goodwill. We sure need a lot more about not a lot more of that going on if you're watching the news at all, which I do very little of. I don't even know what's true and what isn't on the news anymore. So, but I know that I get a negative feeling when I'm watching it. So, guess what? No more TV, and no more TV for me. Okay, so I think I've said just about everything I can say about what's the catch, unless you guys have some input for me. I mean, what's your perception of what's the catch? When something nice for you, what are you thinking? What do you accept it for face value? And if it's not sincere, usually you can tell real quickly when. And here are some tip off phrases. After all I've done for you. Well, there was a catch. That wasn't done out of the goodness of your heart. You wanted something in return. That's kind of a form of manipulation, don't you think? Being nice to someone just to get something in return. Um, why not everybody just stop being on guard all the time and just do what feels good, what's right, just because it's the right thing to do? Spreading our light is the catch. I like that, CC. Spreading the light is the catch. That's a positive catch. It does nothing but serve for not only your better good, but it serves for the better good of others. Try it. Try it. And I think if you're not in the habit of doing things and not telling anybody about it, try it. Just keep trying it until you start feeling the benefit of it. I can't describe it to you, but you'll know when you know. And with that, I am going to end. What's the catch? Wishing you all peace, love, harmony, and abundance. Until next week, have a wonderful day.